Me when I get the first sip of my coffee. I'm just finishing my coffee in my Prego jar. We're going to the library. And this little kitty cat back here. See her ears and her tail? Let's go. What? I did not check out a lot of books from the library. The only thing that I checked out from the library for me personally is this graphic novel. It's actually from a webtoon. Oh, cute. But it looks real cute. It was actually in the kids section, but again, I enjoyed Lightfall so much. I don't care if it's from the kids section. So this is new. Looks very cute. Volume 1. Like, they have this little section where you can buy either books that they're not going to put on the shelves or people donated or whatnot. So they're like 50 cents each. First thing is Blood and Gold by Anne Rice. I read the inside of it. It's a vampire book. So it looks really good. I think I hear good things about Anne Rice. I mean, me. The Maximum Ride series, I have The Final Warning and School's Out Forever. And then also from the library, I picked up Time Traveler's Wife. And then I stopped at Goodwill because Astrid asked if we could stop at Goodwill. And she asked. So, like, I just can't say no. You know what I mean? Angel Experiment. And School's Out Forever completes this. And then I found Outlander, and this is the big version of the paperback. I have the little teeny tiny version, and I tried to pick it up and read it, and it was so hard to pick up and read because it's so teeny tiny. So I might just donate the other one or give it to somebody. My god, my brain blanks. I told you guys that I am collecting Among the Hidden, and so I found 3 of them. I found Among the Hidden, Among the Free, and Among the Imposters. This, well, hello. What are you doing? Hello, Mickey. Lastly, I picked up The Wide Window, which is the 3rd. So now I have 2nd and the 3rd of Series of Unfortunate Events. I was really happy to find this. And then, yeah, that's it. That's all the books that I got. I say that's it, like that wasn't a lot, but it was a lot. But I paid like $3 at my library for all those books. And then my beauty box came in. Funny story, Walmart charged us like $700 and something, almost $800 for a beauty box. So we've got, ooh, Kristen S. Dry Shampoo, Word. And then we've got Neutrogena Hydrating Cleanser Gel, Juicy Couture Rock the Rainbow, CeraVe Hydrating Cream to Foam Cleanser, some Marc Anthony Repair Bond Resculpex Repair and Protect Leave-In Treatment, Gel Fantasy, CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skincare Color Correcting Serum Moisturizer Primer. Oh, cool. So 4 little samples in there. Personally, really enjoy this box. I think I pay like $5. It's a seasonal box, so it comes 4 times a year. All those little goodies for like $5. Okay, so now we just need to put all these books up. We ended up going to the library at like the perfect time because they were doing story time for Astrid's age group. So that was perfect. She got to go in there and she did a craft for Earth Day. That's coming up on Saturday. Oh, did I show you I got Tolkien too? Fellowship of the Ring, first one, part 1. I love how old it looks. I almost picked up the Hunger Games in hardback. It was Catching Fire and Mockingjay. Almost picked those ones up from Goodwill. However, somebody had written their name all across the top and the sides, and I'm like, nah, it's not. I already have the paperback. If I find one, I want one without somebody have written their name on every angle. Hunger Games down here. Just for now. No. It's kind of embarrassing how little of a system I have for my bookshelves. Y'all, I don't know what I'm doing. Genuinely, no idea where I put my phone. So I was looking on Goodreads because I wanted to know the rating on these books. And apparently this is like the 8th book. Yeah, literally I just should have read it. It says the Vampire Chronicles continue. I don't know, I would love to read this. Me when I get the first sip of my coffee. My shelves are like a little whack. There's no system to them. I tried to keep like some fantasy over here. Manga, obviously. I put this here because I wanted to give Daughter of No Worlds their little moment up there. I tried to keep Six of Crows with like City of Ashes and all this because they are like that era, you know what I mean? Dune is a sci-fi book and I don't think I have any other sci-fi books. I think that's the only sci-fi book I have. Yeah, I don't know. My shelves are a mess. As am I. So I have officially started Ashes on the Star-Cursed King. What? I've been waiting for this book. This is my one of my most anticipated books for 2023. And I haven't been able, it was released last Friday. Oh, my little lizard friend is back. Hi, little lizard friend. I have not been able to read it just because last week was pure chaos. I also got the arc for Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, but Ashes on the Star-Cursed King says it's going to be about 15-hour read, which is fine. But I want to read them in release order because I feel like that's how Carissa intended for them to be read. But I also want to have my arc up before then, and I just don't see myself hustling through Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. I want to like sit down and enjoy it, not like push and power through. So I'm trying to figure out which one I would prefer to read first. I definitely should have read Serpent and the Wings of Night again, at least like the last few chapters, because I've forgotten some pretty major key things. Because I read Serpent and the Wings of Night. Did I read that last year? Yeah, I forgot all about, I'll just say a few key things, like very major key things. So it's nice that they're mentioned again in this book, because I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. Oh, so did that. Oh gosh, that's a backstory that I completely forgot about. So I should have read Serpent again, which I was planning to, but I barely got to read it all last week. The only thing I got to read was 6 Scorched Roses, which is another Carissa Broadbent book. This is just Carissa's month, so that's what it's been. I think I look so sickly because I'm sick. I think I'm finally catching whatever my kids had. I'm gonna read through Ashes. I just made that executive decision. Yep, okay, that's what I'm gonna be doing, reading Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Hi, I'm cooking dinner. I'm actually making one of my favorite dinners that I love to make, and I'm watching some BookTube. I'm watching Allison Pages, which is, she is my like comfort, she's my new comfort YouTuber. I love her energy, amazing, the vibes, immaculate. So yeah, we've got some good old cream cheese. So in this pot here is some shrimp with tomatoes, jalapenos, garlic, onion, and spinach. I couldn't remember the last one. Yeah, spinach. Oh, and basil. Some good old basil. Do a little taste test. Yeah.
peppers are melting on my tongue.
Shop class tried to take me out, not to dinner, if you know what I mean. Martina's mowing the lawn. I got about 4 more pages into my book before I had to get up because of this guy over here. He still not feeling well. I'll show you the finished product whenever I'm done. Woo! Good afternoon. Hello, what's up? I don't like my toes. Gross. That was very in my personal bubble, okay? Not bueno, no bueno. So it's the next day. I'm feeling unwell. My oldest had to stay home from school. We are just vibing outside, getting some vitamin D in. I haven't been able to read too much. Sorry, you can hear them arguing in the back. We're on chapter 19, so I'm getting there. I'm only 24% though. So far, so good. Loving it. I'm loving the dynamic between Rain and Araya. Araya. It's both. Our girl Misha is back in the game, and we're loving it. She was like the little breath of fresh air that we really needed. I am gonna try and soak up some sun and just read a little bit because I need it, honestly, so bad. I just need I need the vibes, I need the rays. Not been seeing our friend Mr. Sun in a long time. I myself have been a vampire. No magic though, no wings either, unfortunately. So I got some of my work in progress worked on. I've been like procrastinating on it for a really long time now, and I finally got some of it done. I did my plot reworking for the first book, because it's gonna be 2 or 3 books, I'm not entirely sure. I did the plot reworking for the first one so that everything kind of makes sense now, closing all the plot holes there, and then I'll finally, like, I'm piecing everything together so it all works well, because so far I've had like all these ideas and different points in the book at which I've written, but haven't been able to connect them really, so I'm finally connecting them, cutting out what doesn't really work, but also adding a few other elements in order to cover up those plot holes. Not cover them up, but fill in those plot holes, you know? So I'm pretty happy with the way that it's turning out. I'm using this big whiteboard that Martine brought home from work. I have it velcroed to the back of my office door, and I have like the whole plot thing. I need to take a picture in case one of my kids get in there and like, because that I would lose my mind. They never go into the office with the door closed, so hopefully they just never see it. All right, I'm gonna get to reading. I'm just procrastinating at this point. Violet. You're so cute. It's a dog. Who's a good puppy dog? He says, my wife?
My wife!
He's not much of an actress, but I could be good enough for the both of us. We hate him, but we love him. But we are mad at him. But like, we love him. Does anybody else ever try and have a competition with their Kindle? Like, I've got my settings to where it shows me how much time is left in the book. Right now it says 8 hours and 42 minutes. And I'm like, no bitch. Bad. I'm gonna read this in 7 hours. So I'm just like constantly racing with this Kindle. I did not realize how much competitive spirit I had in myself, but the Kindle brings it out in me. Let's see how these blueberries are doing. So many blueberries. They're doing great. Last time I checked in, I was at like 24%. I'm at 29. I feel like I've read so much more than that, but I guess not. Yeah, I'll see you in the next update. Good morning. I was trying to get some cleaning done, but my kids have been asking all morning to go outside, so time to just hang out on the porch, soak in some vitamin D, and get to reading. Okay, so I just finished The Ashes and the Starker's King, and I have a lot of thoughts, and I don't really have the time to sit down and flesh them out right now. I've got this one who refuses to be apart from me. I'm gonna have to come back. Just give me a moment. Okay, maybe a new environment for him will allow me to chit chat. It's just like a new space. Sometimes that's all we need, right? So I finished The Ashes and the Starker's King, and now I have to read Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, which, since it's an arc, I would like to have it reviewed and up before release date. Thoughts on The Ashes and the Starker's King without giving too much away. I'm gonna give it a 5 stars. This book really centered around grief and the loss of a loved one. It's not just the loss of a loved one, but it is the complicated feelings that come with that when that loved one has wronged you in so many ways. But it's really hard to put it into words, as I've been in that similar situation where I have lost someone and we didn't end on good terms. So this book hit especially deep. Losing someone, and the last words that we had said to each other were not great. I also enjoyed seeing how Aurea's and Rain's relationship was able to mend after that sort of betrayal, and the way that Carissa Broadbent writes her characters, all of her characters are morally gray. Instantly you feel like they are the bad guy, and they do some really horrible, messed up things, but she also gives us the backstories to, I don't want to say evil, to these complicated characters, to where you understand where they kind of come from in a way. Oh boy, I don't remember her name, but Vincent's sister, we see that come through. That was a particularly crazy part of the book. It's really interesting to see how Carissa can manipulate our feelings. Her characters are truly complicated, and I really enjoy seeing that because it's not always just black and white. There are truly those gray areas. The Ashes and the Starker's King is the end of the Nightborn duet, so that is the end of Aurea and Rain's main story, and the next is the Songbird and the Heart of Stone, I think is what it's called, and I believe that's gonna follow Misha, and so I think that'll be really exciting. She is the only one where we really haven't seen a lot of her morally gray side, and I would like to see how that's gonna come out. I don't know like where to end off with this vlog because I feel like barely anything has happened. I am in desperate need of just a couple of hours out of the house. I just needed like a good iced coffee and to go to a bookstore and just walk around and not have anybody talk to me for two hours. That's all I need, honestly. Yeah, I hope that you guys have a beautiful day. Stay excellent, and I'll see you in the next one. Be kind or whatever. Bye.